This is the story of year 541 IE, about 1500 years ago, when in this part of Europe, a scene was seen in the sky that no one had ever seen before. Strange-shaped, thick and dark clouds had covered this sky, and they were so thick that they had completely blocked the light of the sun. At first, it was thought that these clouds would rain and disappear, but those who thought and understood this did not know that these clouds were going to do something that would be remembered forever. This whole area was under the control of the Eastern Roman Empire, or the Byzantine Empire, where the capital city was Constantinople, which is now called Istanbul. And this strange scene was also seen in Istanbul, i.e. Constantinople at that time. A few hours passed, then a few days, and then a few weeks, but these strange clouds were neither raining nor leaving the sky. Day by day, this matter was getting quite serious, and now the matter had reached that Constantinople had not even seen the face of the sun for the past few weeks. But who knew that all this was just the beginning, because what was going to happen next was not in anyone's imagination. Welcome to Scope History Videos. Viewers, a very big problem had come to Constantinople in the year 541. Even in that era, more than 10 lakh people lived here, and for the past few weeks, the shadow of the clouds had made everyone very restless. But the matter became more serious when the process of people dying began one by one here. Yes, walking people used to fall standing in just the right condition, and then after a while their breath would come out. Seeing this matter, panic began to spread among the frightened people, because they thought that maybe now it is time for the world to end. Deep clouds in the sky above, a strange fog in the air, and corpses on the ground were not giving a name to end. In the summer season, it started to get very cold, and the snowfall became so severe that neither the crops of the people were left nor the animals and birds. The Byzantine Emperor at that time, whose name was Justinian, ordered the people to be at peace and said that those who do good work will not die. This statement of the emperor had made people more restless, because this disease was neither seeing a good person nor a bad one. Daily thousands of people were dying, who were being buried in large graves at the same time. And now the situation had reached that the food and drink was also running out here. The army of the Byzantine Empire, which was considered quite strong, but it was of no use in this matter, because their confrontation was with such an enemy that no one could see. This whole area was in the grip of this strange disease. Wherever deep clouds were going in the sky, this strange disease was spreading on the ground. As far as Spain, France, Italy, Greece, Turkey, Morocco, Syria, and Iran are present. This whole part of the continent was in the grip of this disease. No one could understand what is the real reason for this strange heavenly disease. There, people had no option but to believe that now the world has come to an end. And their belief in this increased when the Byzantine Emperor himself became a victim of this disease. This disease was the first recorded pandemic in history, which is now known as the Plague of Justinian. The strange heavenly disease, which lasted for 2 years, had completely destroyed the system of this whole continent. In fact, there were some areas where the sun had not risen for 2 years. But no one could find out the real reason for this mystery. The terrible shadow of the black clouds, the snowfall in the summer, the death of crops, animals and birds, as well as the death of humans, was a sign that something had happened here that was not normal in any way. But now, after about 1,500 years, finally in 2013, scientists and experts have found the real reason for this terrible heavenly disease. The secret of this disease, which kills millions of people, is hidden in Greenland, 5,000 kilometers from Istanbul. A small team of experts arrived in eastern Greenland, and their main purpose was to research the climates of the past. There is always extreme weather in Greenland. It is not at all possible to live here without professional equipment in normal conditions. In July, where the temperature of many countries crosses 50 degrees Celsius at the same time, the temperature of Greenland is -18 degrees Celsius. The summer weather does not even wander around Greenland. This is why it is not possible for the snow here to melt. The snowfall from the sky also brings the particles in the air to the ground with it. That is, if there is dust in the environment, it will come down to the ground with the snowfall. Experts believe that the climate data of the past 100,000 years under the snow is still safe. Every year, the snow in Greenland accumulates on top of each other in layers. A year's layer is 5 centimeters thick. That is, if you want to know the climate data from 1,500 years ago, it is necessary to take out the samples of snow, which are about 75 meters below, and do its lab testing. Experts started drilling here, and the snow that had been falling for the past 2,000 years was taken out. The total length of the snow core taken out was more than 100 meters, which also included those parts of the snow that had fallen from the sky of Greenland. During the terrible plague of Justinian, an electrical conductivity test was performed on the ice core taken out, and a spike of sulfur was seen in the snow falling between 500 and 600 years. This spike was a sign that there was something wrong with the atmosphere during the period in which the black clouds were hovering in Constantinople for 2 years. Sulfur dioxide is a very dangerous gas that is not only harmful to humans, but also to animals, birds, and plants. The next task was to find out why there was sulfur in the atmosphere during the 6th century and where it came from. Experts believe that so many sulfur particles can be generated from just one thing in the sky, and that thing is volcano. Yes, molten stones in different places on Earth are boiling in the form of magma. The outer layer of the Earth stops the magma from coming out of its pressure. This battle between magma and the Earth continues until the seawater reaches the magma. If the seawater manages to reach the magma, the water heats up and becomes gas. And this gas now begins to give more pressure to the Earth along with the magma. Then, from any weak point, the magma bursts out in the form of lava. Water and sulfur do not mix with volcanoes, but spread in the form of powerful gas in the sky. Volcanic gas, which comes out of extremely powerful volcanoes, can easily spread thousands of miles away. The sulfur in the sky mixes with water droplets to form sulfuric acid, which can prove deadly to humans in any case. These clouds of sulfuric acid are so dense that they do not even let the sun's light pass. Something similar happened in the case of the plague of Justinian 1,500 years ago. It was confirmed that a dangerous volcano was responsible for the deaths of millions of people in Europe. On the one hand, deadly sulfuric gas. On the other hand, clouds of sulfuric acid. When these clouds rain, it will rain sulfur, and if they do not rain, its clouds will torment humans for the light of the sun. It was a situation in which there was only devastation for humans at every turn. It remains to be seen which volcano caused all this devastation. Many years later, experts came to the conclusion that 11,700 kilometers away from Constantinople, just across the sea, is the Ilopongo Lake located in El Salvador. When the plague of Justinian came to Constantinople, a terrifying volcano erupted from this lake in the same period. And its living example is this mountain. This mountain, which looks completely normal, but it is actually a mountain of volcanic ash, which was formed as a result of the volcanoes that erupted 1,500 years ago in this lake. At present, millions of people live under the shadow of volcanoes. Science does not have an answer to when these volcanoes will erupt. We only know that volcanoes that are thousands of kilometers away from human population can also cause us harm. Worldwide volcanologists, climate researchers, and geologists are still researching volcanoes that erupted in the past and the damage they caused, so that humans can be saved from the devastation of these sleeping giants. I hope Scope History video like and share. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next great video.